welcome to Veggie Cooking Class. I'm Chef Tanya, and today we're going to be cooking black bean ranch burgers. But before we get started cooking, we must do the most important thing that we do in cooking class, which is exactly wash our hands. Cleanliness is super important when it comes to cooking. So you're going to get your water going. It's got to be warm. Put a good amount of hand soap on your hands. And when you're washing, you want to make sure you get in between your fingers. Make sure your nails are clean. Get all the way up. And you're going to want to do this for 20 seconds or 2 counts of happy birthday. And when you're done, you want to use an air dryer or a one-time use paper towel. Dry completely and throw the towel away. All right, let's get cooking. The next thing we'll be going over is knife safety. Safety is #1 priority in cooking class. So you'll be using your safety knives. I'm using a small bread knife. So when you're using a knife, you're gonna make a claw, just like this. And then you would be putting it on the cutting board like this. And your knife hand gets held like this. Nice to meet you. And then when you're cutting, you go in a motion like this, and the knife moves like this, and your fingers are always out of the way. So always remember when using a knife to make your claw so it keeps your fingers safe. Also, make sure that if you're using another knife, such as a chef knife, that you always have an adult present. All right, let's get started on our ranch burgers. So the first thing we're gonna do is take 2 cups of black beans. So we're using here just regular unseasoned black beans, which I have opened and drained and we'll place into a bowl like that. And you're going to want to grab a fork, a potato masher. You could also use the bottom of a can and slowly start to mash those beans. So you still want to have some texture of the black bean. So we're going to about halfway mash them. Our next ingredient we're going to add is 2/3 of a cup of instant oats. These are just plain old instant oats. Just going to put those in there. We're going to add a tablespoon of ranch seasoning. Two tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Quarter cup of ketchup. You can also use a flavored ketchup if you'd like. So once we have all of our ingredients, we're going to take our potato masher or fork and just mash everything together so everything's nice and incorporated. We can also add salt and pepper after we blend everything together and adjust. If you want to add a little more ranch seasoning, that's fine too. So now that we have all of our ingredients incorporated, you're going to want a consistency like that. we're gonna form our burgers. Now make sure your hands are clean with the proper hand washing technique. And you're gonna take about a large spoonful, like this, of the mixture. If you have gloves, you can use gloves. And I'm just simply gonna roll it lightly, pat it lightly, and make little sliders like that. You can do regular sized burgers if you'd like. If you find this process, they're sticking to your hands, if you have a little non-stick cooking spray or even some wax paper, you could form the burgers like this, like that, like that. So we have little sliders like this. We have our burgers formed. I have little sliders. You can make them ahead of time and put them in the fridge if you like. Now it's time to cook our ranch burgers. All right, you're gonna want to turn your stove to a medium-high heat. Now I recommend using a non-stick pan for these. I don't have one of those, so I'll be using a regular pan, but I highly recommend if you have a non-stick pan to use that for these burgers. So you're gonna let your pan heat up. You're gonna add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. You wanna gently put them in the pan. Do you hear that sizzle? Now make sure if you're doing the sliders that you don't overcrowd your pan. All right, and once your burgers are done cooking, you're going to want to let them rest on a paper towel. Let them cool. All right, let's make our ranch sauce. All right, chefs, now that our burgers are cooled, let's assemble them. So you can put them on a bun, tortilla. Today I'm going to be making lettuce wraps. So you can use a romaine lettuce. I have an iceberg lettuce. So you could just use your hands, sort of cup it like that, and create a wrap like that. Just grab from here, the other way. Have another wrap like that. But again, if you wanted to just use a regular hamburger bun, piece of bread, English muffin would be really good. Like that. All right, so you're gonna take the lettuce like this, place it on the plate, like this. So they're almost like little bowls, like that. And then you're gonna take your veggie burgers, or your ranch burgers, and then place 2 in each wrap, with clean hands, of course. The next step is we're going to take some of our yummy ranch sauce that we made. We're going to put it on each of the veggie burgers. Black bean burgers, veggie burgers, they're black bean burgers. Put a little bit on each one, to your liking, of course. So, like that. Thanks for cooking with me today, chefs. Until next time, happy cooking.